Let's talk about why I decided to lock my hair after being natural for about 5 to 6 years. And while I talk about it, I'm going to be styling my hair. First, let me give some background about my natural hair journey, okay? I first did a big chop like around like my second year in college. I decided I was done with the relaxed hair, so I decided to do a big chop. I was growing it out for about like a year. Like my family convinced me to do a texturizer, which is like a very light relaxer. I'm also gonna add like pictures in and stuff for like reference. So I did a texturizer. I wasn't really happy with that because my hair did not look like good with the texturizer. After like a year, I decided to go ahead and do another big chop, and this time I would just like let my hair grow. I experimented with different things, a bunch of different products. I had a phase where I did like a little bit of color. I think I tried doing like a blonde, and then I went red for a little bit. I tried like some different things with my natural hair. With my hair, I have very kinky and very coarse and very dense like type 4 hair. So my hair, it as it got longer, it became a lot to manage. Around like 2021, 2022 is when I really started to become like a lazy natural, and I just wouldn't feel like constantly styling it. So I would just leave it in twists and braids, and I kind of would just like wear that as like a protective style. Towards like 2023, it started taking me like hours to just like twist and braid my hair, and that's why I would leave it like that for like a week or two, because it would take me just so long to do my hair. Like it became extremely time consuming. Every now and then I would like blow dry it, but that never lasted very long. I rarely used heat on my hair, and so silk presses and everything were like a on like a special occasion type thing, just because my hair would not last like that at all. I started just like seeing signs that I should lock my hair. A lot of these signs were coming from like social media and stuff. Like I would see those little Instagram posts like, "Oh, this is your sign to lock your hair." And in 2023 is where I really started to have such strong urges to change up something to my hair. I wasn't sure yet like what exactly I wanted to do, but I knew that I wanted to do something. It was just becoming too much. I was contemplating cutting it, but I was like, I've come this far. I've gotten so much length, and I don't want to cut it really. But I did really enjoy the convenience of having short hair, so that was like an option because I was just like, I'm so tired of doing my hair. And I was contemplating like, should I use color again? But I didn't really want to. So I didn't want to color my hair again because I was just like, that's gonna mean I'm gonna have to be taking care of it more often. In 2024 is when I really started to consider the possibility of like getting locks. And so I started doing my research. I started looking up like different different lock styles, or I started looking up like different like kinds of locks, like traditional locks or like micro locks and all of that. Started following more lock content on social media. I really had started to get to the decision that I'm gonna eventually lock my hair. One day, I went to a coffee shop as I usually love to do, and I had well, actually, let me go back a little bit. So, one of these experiences that I had at this coffee shop. The first one was I remember I was there and I saw a woman who had locks, and I told her, like, I really love your locks. And she was like, oh, like, thanks. Like, are you thinking about, like, getting locks? And I was like, yeah, like, I kind of want to do something different with my hair. And so she was like, like, you should, like, you should get locks. And people always say locks are a lifestyle, not a hairstyle. And so that is something that she had said to me. And that was one of the first times I had like heard that phrase. And it really like I don't know, it changed my like perspective, Like yeah, I'm not just gonna be doing something with my hair, I'm gonna be changing up my lifestyle. Fast forward a couple of weeks, I went to the same coffee shop and there was a different woman there, and she had like very small locks. So they were like long and like kind of down her back, and I like asked her like, oh, like I really love your locks, and she was like, she kind of said the same thing the other woman said, like, oh, thank you, like, are you thinking about getting locks? And I was like, yeah. And we talked a little bit, and she told me that she was a consultant for Sister Locks. Now, at this point, I don't think I was like too familiar with Sister Locks, so she kind of told me like a little bit about it, and we kind of exchanged like contact information. It may have been like in the spring or something. I don't remember, but I know it was early in the year. I think a few weeks or like a couple of days had passed after I like got her number, and I finally like reached out to her and told her like, hey, can I set up a consultation? Because I kind of did my research on, or after I met her, I started doing my research on Sister Locks. So I eventually like reached out to her. We set up a consultation, for me to, think about whether I wanted to get Sister Locks or not. At that consultation, we she like did like a hair strand test, and she put in like a few like tester locks, and I think this was like at this point it was about like summertime, I believe. And I'm kind of done like styling my hair at this point, um but yeah, I'm just gonna keep talking. But we talked about like the cost and everything because it is a investment to get Sister Locks, in case you didn't know. I'm very thankful for my consultant that I met, as a lot of other places charge so much for Sister Lock establishments. And as you can see, I have a lot of hair, and I think when I started, I my hair was around like 9 to 10 inches. Yeah, during the summer, I started to, save up my money so that I could pay for my establishment. Now, I'm gonna make another video on this because, my the start of my establishment was it was not perfect, but I'm gonna make another video talking about this. But yeah, I think I first started my establishment at about like in like around like the end of September of 2024. They were done being established by the end of November. So I have been locked for about like 3 or 4 months now. Honestly, it was like the best decision that I could have made for my hair. It is so much more manageable now. It takes me so much less time to do my hair now as well. And I'm just overall very, very happy with my decision to get Sister Locks. And so, yeah, that is why I locked my hair. Pretty soon, I'm going to be recording a video talking about why I chose Sister Locks over traditional locks. So follow me and subscribe or do whatever to see more lock content and to follow me along this journey, because I'm only a couple months in. So if you're like an OG right now, you get to see like my hair growing and all the different stages that I go through on this journey. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.